And we are live,
Hello.
and I want to add a little bit of music to start us off if I can find the music.
Okay.
Here we go. Brand. Okay, I need to hit mute YouTube, otherwise I'm going to be echoing. Yeah. Let's
hello
see.
to Andrew. Hello to Travels with Jason. Good to see you guys.
Yeah, let's go.
What was that tune you had the other week? You had a really laid back one the other week.
It wasn't the one I'm playing now. Yeah, let me see if I can find it. Was it that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Night Driving. It's one that my friend Stephen Otten deleted Dean's place for his chill streams on Sunday late.
Yeah, that's quite a laid back one, isn't it? So thanks for joining us, everyone. Hope you're all doing all right. How are you doing, Tim?
Doing a little bit better. I missed my dance class today, but things are a little bit crazy right now because we're transitioning away from using Patreon to have all the past video classes up to another platform.
Right.
I guess some notifications didn't get sent out that were supposed to get sent out, so I think he sent out some my teacher sent out some notifications yesterday, but somehow the emails didn't go through like they would on a Patreon. So things are a little bit crazy. But we've got people in chat. So Andrew, or one of our chat room moderators, is saying, I'm on time today as no trip to comic book shop today.
Okay.
And then travels and more with Jason, only 4 days till I fly out here to the semi-warm Orlando weather. So are you going to Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida, or are you going to Disney World? Or both?
I think Jason's going to Disney World.
Okay. Andrew at Travels and More with Jason. Safe travels. We have a trip planned in January. Haven't left the country in ages since pre-pandemic.
Right.
Jason says, if I'm lucky, I should bring home a vintage Star Wars Death Star and Dungeon and Droid Factory playsets.
Oh. Okay.
And Travels and More with Jason. Hi, Andrew. Andrew, how are you? Andrew, I had the Droid Factory playset way back when. It was a lot of fun. It is long gone now. And Jason saying, yes, I never had any of them playsets. And Andrew at Travels and More with Jason. Doing fine. Thanks for asking. How are you? And Jason, hi, Dave and Tim. And he's saying, I'm good, Andrew. Except it is cold here in UK. Yeah, it's been getting colder here in the States. And Andrew, I just remember to hit the like button all on my own. Sometimes I remember things, and let's see who else is in the chat room. Lester San Jose, the Skeptic Tank. Hey, y'all.
Hey, Lester.
And movies. Hi, guys. And Monkey, hey there, fellas. You can send me the link if you want. Okay.
Hey, Monkey.
Okay, Monkey, just a few things I wanted to do first before I start sending out more links to people. And Andrew, hey Lester, the Skeptic Tank, reading movies at Monkey, hope all is well. And travels and more with Jason, we doing Disney World for 3 days as tickets are dear to me. Are too dear. And Lester, San Jose, yo, Andrew, and travels and more with Jason. The rest, we be doing shopping and exploring. Is your brother going with you, Jason? I know when you travel around the UK, your brother usually goes with you. And Andrew at Travels and More with Jason loads a little fiddly bits with the droid factory. Getting a complete one will be tricky. However, you can have fun with just a few of the bits. Delvian Sink saying good evening all. Andrew, good day, Delvian Sink. And then Andrew. I hope Gerard O'Connor is doing well. Not seeing new streams. Yeah, he commented on the last live stream after it happened. For some reason he missed it, but it sounded like he would be here today, so I don't know if he'll just be late or what's going on with him. Yes, my brother will be with me and when we go to Thailand in June. And I'm just loving this music. If this is Chillstream, I want to be chilling. Hope it's not too loud.
It certainly is very relaxed.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's not too loud for you or anybody else.
Yeah, let us know in the chat if the music's too loud.
I think I turned it up just a little bit. Andrew says, no excuse for O'Connor. I am the only one allowed to be late. Yeah, well, I'm hoping he's not sick or anything. Andrew, it's a little loud for me to hear over the voices. Okay, so... How is that, Andrew? Because I'm eventually going to turn it off, just so it's all talk. It's all talk.
That's okay, Tim.
Yeah, this is... That I'm going to mute. And there's some other things I could experiment with here. Well, I don't know if that was just a background thingy. I don't know how. It says Bubbles Dark.
I like that last one you had. That was good.
Yeah, I don't. Backgrounds aren't visible in solo layout. You can drop solo layout in settings. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and Gerard's here now in the chat. He says, hey, hello,
Gerard.
hello.
Hello, dude. Hope you're okay, man. We were worried about you.
Oh, I skipped something. Reading movies. Music could do with being down a notch or two. Okay, well, I turned it off now.
That other one was all right, Tim. You could leave that one on if you want.
Yeah, but I think people were... it was a little bit too loud for some people in the chat.
That was quite a chilled little tune. That was all right.
And Andrew, Gerard O'Connor, he is like Candyman. Say his name 3 times. And the monkey is Howie Lewis said, I'm sorry, you're just too darn loud. And Andrew, that is good for me. And Troublesome with Jason. Talk about the devil, and he pops up, laughing out loud. And Andrew, I'd just like to hear you folks. And the monkey, greetings, Andrew, how you been? And Gerard, or Andrew says, at Gerard O'Connor, I hope you are doing well. And Andrew, at the monkey, doing fine. Hope you are well. And the monkey, Back to the Future reference.
Yeah, it's Huey Lewis reference.
Okay.
Cool.
So, Dave, is there anything you've gotten? Any Blu-rays or DVDs
Yeah,
you'd like to?
I got some DVDs to a couple of days ago. I went to the charity shop again and found some nice DVDs, which I will show you now. The first one is Nocturnal Animals. It's a sort of romantic thriller with Jake Gyllenhaal, however you say his name, and Amy Adams. It's meant to be very good. I hadn't seen it before, so pick that one up. Give that a go. I do like Amy Adams. I think she's good, so I look forward to watching that one. And then I picked up the double disc version of It and It Chapter 2. I have seen both of them. It Chapter 2 wasn't brilliant, but I did like the first one. But again, for £1, I thought, I'll pick that up. Why not? So that was It and It Chapter 2. Next, I got, this is an awesome film, Dread. It's completely chaotic. There is so much shooting in this film. It's unbelievable. Have you seen this, Tim?
No, but if there's so much shooting in it, it's one of those movies my dad would call shoot 'em up, bang bang.
Oh yeah, definitely. Once the shooting starts in this film, it never stops. I mean, I remember seeing this in the cinema, and I was just laughing my head off through the whole thing because it's just so incredibly shooty. And I have seen it a couple of times since. It's quite enjoyable. I mean, it's you sort of have to leave your brain at the door, really. It's not exactly highbrow entertainment, but there are a lot of flying bullets and people dying in slow motion. So that's pretty cool. Picked up that. Then I picked up a steelbook version of the 20th anniversary edition of With Nail and I. Now I do own With Nail and I already. It's a fantastic film. It's well, I think it's beyond cult status now. It's, if you haven't seen With Nail and I, particularly if you're from Britain, it's worth a look. I'm not sure if some of the sort of the situations would translate across the pond. I'm not quite sure, but it's one of these films where every single line is quotable. You can literally take any line of dialogue out of this film and use it as a quote. It's so well written. It's a fantastic film. I do own it already, but I decided to pick up this steelbook anniversary edition because, again, for £1, I mean, I wasn't going to leave it in the shop. So yeah, With Nail and I, if you haven't seen With Nail and I can wholeheartedly recommend watching that. I'll hold it a bit closer so if anyone's not familiar with it, they can see how to spell it. It's With Nail, which is one word, and I. And it stars Paul McGann and Richard E. Grant, and it's fantastic. Then I picked up a copy of Mission Impossible Fallout. Not the best of them, but it's pretty good. It's all right. Not much more to be said about that. It's a Mission Impossible film. You know what you're going to get. Lots of action, lots of running about, car chases, jumping out of planes. You know, your normal Tom Cruise Mission Impossible type stuff. So that was that one. And then finally, I got something which will be familiar to older viewers in the UK, but possibly nobody else, and that was the first season of Some Mothers Do Have 'Em, starring Michael Crawford. This was a very kind of slapstick, silly sitcom that was aired in the UK in the 80s. I'm not sure what year it exactly was, and the writing's too small for me to see. But this was I was a really big fan of this when I was growing up. When I was young, I used to watch this with my parents, and we would all laugh our heads off. It's very silly comedy, featuring this guy here. The character's called Frank Spencer, and he always gets into a pickle over things. You know, things are always going crazy and chaotic around him. He's like a real Jonah. Everything he touches seems to turn to madness and insanity. So yeah, I picked up a bit of Frank Spencer, and that's all I've got for this week, really. Well, certainly DVD wise, I did pick up a few more of these guys, muscle figures. I got quite a few of those, as you can see. I'm not quite sure how many exactly I've got, but I did pick up a couple of lots of these during the week. I'm not sure if I'm going to get any more or not. There are over 200 of these to collect, and I think I've probably got about 60 maybe here, something like that.
Yeah, it's a bit too much of a rabbit hole to go down, I think, at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to because the more of them you collect, the harder it is to find the ones you don't have. And I did buy a couple of bundles of them, but there were some ones in there that I already had, so I've doubled up on a few of them. So I'll perhaps take all the doubles that I've got and try and sell them and move them on, perhaps. But yeah, I've got a nice big fat bag full of muscle figures, which has scratched my 80s collectible item itch for the time being. But yeah, that's about it. How about you, Tim? Have you got anything to show us this week?
Yeah.
Cool.
I've got a bunch of Blu-rays.
Look at my
face. I ordered a couple Blu-rays during Black Friday from Severin Films.
Maybe you want to put yourself on the screen, Tim, instead of my silly face.
Okay. Yeah, and Severin Films always sends out these stickers of their logo with their...
Oh, that's cool.
When you buy direct from them. Yeah, one of the films that I bought, it'd been on DVD. Okay, what's this you're saying? The monkey, did my ending remember offend anyone? You all went, whoa, when I left. My rhyme wasn't meant to offend anyone.
No, you didn't offend anyone, Monkey. You're good. Don't worry, buddy.
Don't worry. Yeah, one of the films that I bought from Severin was a film that had been out on DVD since they couldn't find any film elements, so it was from a tape master. But now Severin's found an actual film print. The 1980 really sleazy killer Bigfoot monster movie called Night of the Demon.
Oh, cool.
It's infamous for a scene where this killer Bigfoot rips off a guy's penis.
Okay.
And I shit you not, I probably shouldn't be saying that, but it does happen. I've seen the clip, but I'm happy to have this on Blu-ray.
Night of the Demon. That's cool.
Yeah, it's from 1980. Cool. It's from actual film elements. And then also
what's that on? Is that an image of the Bigfoot on the front?
I think so.
Oh, cool. That looks cool. Night of the Demon.
I think he must have eaten somebody.
I feel like there's several films called Night of the Demon. How do I know which one to get? What year was that?
1980.
Okay, I'll have to try and look that one up. That looks pretty cool. Excellent.
And then another one was made in 1979, but I believe this was also released in 1980. Don't Go in the House.
Oh, okay. Is that like one of these those early Wes Craven films, like Last House on the Left or something like that?
Last House on the Left is a little bit sleazier, probably, than this.
Right. Catchy title though. Don't Go in the House.
Yeah, well, there's Don't Go in the House.
They could have done better than that.
There's Don't Go in the House, Don't Answer the Phone, Don't Look in the Basement,
Okay.
Don't Open the Window. So many different movies.
Okay. Are they all connected? Are they all by the same producer or something?
No. Well, they might have gotten released by the same distributor, but I don't think they're really connected. And Travels and More with Jason says, yes, I have watched that film, and if I remember, I had it on video back in the day. You mean Night of the Demon, or are you talking about one of Monkeyboy's recent pickups?
Which film are you talking about, Jason? He might be talking about Wisnell and I, maybe.
Gerard O'Connor says, slipcover looks so cool. And Andrew Night the Demon is also streaming on Screambox for people over here, not sure international rules. And Travels and More with Jason says, yes, there's two different Night of the Demons. Yeah, there's Night of the Demons that Linnea Quigley was in the later part of the 80s. But there's also another film that was on Mystery Science Theater 3000 called The Touch of Satan. That the re-release print of that is called Night of the Demon.
Oh.
But Touch of Satan has nothing to do with killer Bigfoot monsters. It has to do with.
Is the one you've got? Is it any good, or is it really cheesy rubbish?
Probably really cheesy and sleazy.
Okay.
And Xantara says, my gosh, Tim, you got some very sick movies. Those were both video nasties and were both awful. Yeah, but Xantara, you have to understand that that all of us here in the States didn't have the video nasties. That was a UK thing where they censored movies. It wasn't something we had here in the States. And Travels and More with Jason, Night of the Demon.
He's talking about that, yeah. Yeah, it's one I've missed that one. That's sort of passed me by. I'll have to check that out.
And the monkey, that film makes me crave sausage for my supper. Summer sausage is now on my grocery list. Oh, you're funny, dude. And Travels and More with Jason. And I never seen With Nell, and not my cup of tea. Yeah.
It is good. It is good, Jason. Trust me.
Yeah, and I don't know. Did I show this one last week? Did I get this one yet when we were streaming?
No, I don't think so.
This one I got from Dark Force Entertainment. It's a Greek action flick called Assignment Skybolt.
Oh.
I've never seen it before.
You do get some obscure films, Tim, I must say. How do you find these?
I have the internet, that's how. That's how I find them.
They are very obscure titles that you come up with sometimes.
And then also from Dark Force, I got this blaxploitation martial arts flick called Velvet Smooth.
What a name. Velvet Smooth.
Yeah, there was Coffee, Foxy Brown, Cleopatra Jones, Sugar Hill, and then there was
Okay.
Velvet Smooth, and there was Lady Coco, and
Is
there was
Velvet
T.
Smooth the character's name?
Yeah, I think so.
That's
It's a
brilliant.
badass black chick.
That is brilliant.
Yeah.
Quality.
And let's see, Andrew, I have to started to get more physical media, but trying to keep it limited. Yeah, I don't buy as much as I used to. And Andrew, already drowning in comics and toys. I need room to breathe. Yeah, that's why I switched from physical media back to Star Wars toys for a while. And Joe Dubecki, hello all.
Hey, Joe.
And Xantara, I know the Nasties list, it is a UK thing. They are still hard to watch. Don't Go in the House is particularly tough, as it is about a guy that likes to light women on fire.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I've never seen the whole thing from beginning to end. I saw it streaming. I caught
I
it
don't think
late
I would want to watch
streaming.
that.
Huh?
I don't think I'd want to watch that.
Uh, and ASMR Chamber of Secrets says hi.
Hi, Kat.
And Andrew says, just started watching the 2000 He-Man reboot cartoon on Prime. It is pretty heavy stuff, but not sure I need a barefoot Skeletor.
Right. Yeah, no, I haven't seen that.
And the monkey says, Joe, it's not a party without Joe. Welcome, Joe. And Andrew says, hey, Joe Dubecki, what do you know? And Joe Dubecki, howdy, Andrew, sir. And then Andrew says, hello at ASMR Chamber of Secrets. And the monkey says, I don't know. I never met a black ass I considered bad peach. It looks like
Peach?
that's a peach. Yeah, I considered
Yeah.
bad peach pure perfection. And let's see. And Joe Dubecki, hail at the monkey. Okay. Just a few more things I wanted to go through that I. Do you have any toys that you picked up too, Monkeyboy?
No, just those muscle figures.
Okay. And I got the Blu-ray of Neptune's Daughter. It has the song "Baby It's Cold Outside" in it. That's what that song is from, this movie.
My eyes are really not very good. When you first held that up, I thought it said Neptune's Badger.
No,
But it
Neptune's
isn't.
Daughter.
Neptune's Badger. Now that's the film I want to see.
It stars Esther Williams, Red Skelton, Ricardo Montalban, Betty Garrett, and Keenan Wynn. So from 1949.
49. Wow.
And Esther Williams was an actress known for being a swimmer.
Well, that was her. That was what she did for a job.
Yeah, it's something she specialized in, was swimming aside from acting.
Okay.
So she was an actress that could swim really well.
Cool. Okay.
And I believe you do get to hear her and Ricardo Montalban from TV's Fantasy Island and from Star Trek II: The Wrath of the Khan singing in this.
Oh. What's the oldest film you've got, Tim, do you think?
I would say Silent Phantom of the Opera, but yeah, maybe the Silent Phantom of the Opera.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I might have I think I've got Nosferatu that I thought was from 22, but I don't have any Blu-ray of that. But I've got both Metropolis and Phantom of the Opera silent movies on Blu-ray.
Cool.
And the Monkey Joe, oh, it is an honor. You are known far and wide as a staple of YouTube. And Andrew, an underwater badger for the ages.
Yeah. Neptune's badger, definitely.
The Monkey, Neptune's badger, she gave me a rash. I had to go to the doctor got cream for it. And anti-derivative Jill says, Con! Ricardo Montalban played Khan in an episode of Star Trek back in the 60s. Then he reprised the role in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. But he did some classic movies long before Star Trek and long before Fantasy Island. And Andrew says her movies, Esther Williams, used to have choreographed swim routines. Imagine the camera directly over the pool with multiple swimmers. Andrew says, as long as the movie features rich Corinthian leather. Okay, and so one more physical media buy, 50th anniversary deluxe DVD edition of Charlie Brown's All Stars. It's one of the non-holiday specials. It's just about Charlie Brown and the gang playing baseball.
Is Snoopy flying at the top?
It looks like it.
Or maybe he's jumping to catch the ball.
Yeah. See Linus threw the ball, and Charlie Brown's waiting for the ball to come to him. And this is like a 2 cartoons and 1 DVD. It's because it has a special feature, another story featuring the gang at Charlie Brown celebration. Which was another.
Never saw much Charlie Brown when I was young. I didn't really. Yeah, I saw it occasionally, but.
Yeah, this one's from the 60s, but a Charlie Brown celebration is from the early to mid 80s. So it's 2 non-holiday specials.
We used to have the Peanuts comic strip in one of the newspapers. I forget which newspaper it was, but we did have the Peanuts strip.
Yeah. I'm just checking my emails for a second.
Anti-derivative Jill says that Metropolis is an awesome silent film. Yeah.
Yep, it sure is. And the Monkey says multiple swimmers. Yes, I always say no to paternity tests. Oh, that is a really dirty joke he just made. And Joe Dubecki at the Monkey Most Kind. I'm surprised anybody can remember me at all. And Andrew.
Oh no, we remember you, Joe. You pop up here and there. We recognize you. It's good to see you, man.
Andrew says the new Peanuts they are cranking out over Apple isn't terrible. You can't do better than Schultz and Bill Melendez, but it isn't terrible. And then we have YouTuber Largo's Lair saying, greetings, everyone. Nice to see y'all.
Hello, Largo's Lair. Hello.
And Andrew says, up in Santa Rosa, California, they have the Schultz Museum. Really nice to see the original artwork. Schultz had a great line to his artwork. So is that is Santa Rosa in the Bay Area, Andrew? Or is that in Southern California? And the Monkey says, Joe, yes, you are always a presence of knowledge and class. And Andrew at Largo's Lair, hey. And Andrew, south of the Bay Area. Okay. So central to Northern California. So around near San Jose, because I think that's the Southern Bay Area. And Andrew says, sadly, lots of fires in that area, so I hope it is okay. Okay, and since you showed some toys, Monkeyboy, there's just a couple action figures I have to show off before we move on. And you're making funny faces. Okay. So here we go with my action figure buys.
Okay.
And it's not much, but I have some more coming hopefully by Friday. But it won't be much. I got the Marvel Legends Retro Collection figure of Daredevil's arch enemy Bullseye.
Ah.
Yeah, cool. I haven't taken this out. It says Daredevil, the man without Marvel's Bullseye.
Cool. Nice.
And I got this on same day delivery, but they didn't really have much else I could get with same day delivery last week. So I bought this guy, even though I'm not too much into Disney Star Wars. I think he looks kind of scary looking.
Yeah, he's cool.
But when I saw a clip of this guy in a YouTube video, it made it look like he was a robot.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure if I got the Black Series version of that. I can't remember. I might have got him in the Black Series, but my memory is not doing me a favor at the moment. I can't remember if I've got it or not. I definitely got the fifth brother in the Black Series. I may have got him too.
So there's a fifth brother. I think there was a second and third sister.
Yeah, and there's a fifth brother who looks cool. It looks like he's got a mushroom on his head.
Yeah, well, this guy reminds me a little bit of Alice Cooper with the makeup.
Oh, okay.
With his eyeshadow or whatever it is.
He looks a little bit like he could be one of the Cenobites from Hellraiser as well. He's got that kind
of probably. You could probably kit bash this into either Pinhead or one of the other Cenobites.
Yeah. Yeah, cool.
And we got a lot of people talking in the chat. Well, not a lot, but there's a lot going on in our chat room. Andrew, I just looked at a map north of San Francisco. And Andrew, this darn state is too large. And the Monkey Fires, I'll always try to find my copy of Always to watch tonight. And Andrew, they have a cute little Peanuts themed airport there. The help desk is styled after Lucy's psychiatry stand. And the monkey, that's what he said, Andrew. And Andrew, I did get a wave of that Kenner-style Marvel retro figures off of Big Bad Toy Store. It was a steep sale, 6 figures for $28. Hard to beat that price. Yeah, that's what one of these figures is. They're done like a vintage Star Wars action figure. They put Kenner down here, even though Kenner never made.
You've got a few of those Marvel figures, haven't you, Tim?
Yeah, I've got a bunch of them.
Yeah, do you keep them on the card or do you open them?
I open them at some point.
Uh-huh.
I've got Spider-Man and his amazing friends in my bedroom.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw the photo of that on your when you did Stu's My Collecting Life.
And this one is the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
He's got his little web things.
Yeah. Oh, he's cool.
And Andrew says, Big Bad Toy Store does some good sales, and the monkey, all this talk of a fifth brother and sister, you sure Star Wars isn't wrote from down south? I don't know, but they made one of the villains of the Obi-Wan show was Black Chick. But unfortunately, she was a very unlikable character. Even for a villain, she was just very unlikable, so her action figure just does not sell.
Yeah.
And Andrew says that Tim Hayes, you might be able to kit bash that guy, but I'm rubbish with that stuff. Well, I wanted to make this guy like a sidekick to Bullseye, but that might get a little bit confusing if I kept his name, since there's already a Grand Inquisitor character in Marvel Comics.
Oh, didn't know that.
Yeah, I looked it up.
Huh.
And Andrew, Webwing, I do like the dark coloration of that Spidey. Yeah, it's supposed to be from the 1960s. And Travels and More with Jason always is a great film. Love watching it. And The Monkey. Andrew, I prefer my unopened Peter and Gwen Stacy, my preferred Marvel couple. They looked amazing together in Spider-Man Homecoming. He even took her to the prom.
All right.
I just love this little guy. I just had to show him off to set the mood, since the monkey's talking about Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's cool.
Okay, that's all I wanted to do. That's all I had to really cover as far as new buys. So,
Okie dokie.
and Andrew the monkey. I'm a Mary Jane myself, but Gwen is fine. If I like blondes, I would take Liz Allen. Yeah, Mary Jane's cool, but when they had Spider-Man and his amazing friends, I thought that Angelica Jones, I think's her name, Firestar, made a great couple with Spidey.
Yeah, I liked Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. I used to love that when I was a kid. That was brilliant.
And Travels More with Jason. Now, have anyone seen The Shepherd? It's a new Christmas movie that's only 39 minutes long, and it's on Disney. Yeah, I don't have Disney Plus. The monkey. Thoughts on which female character you want to be brought into the next franchise to film? I can do without some film franchises for a while. I will go see Dune Part 2, but I do not want the Rey movie made. I would prefer that Disney would just stop for a while, because I heard they're getting sued now.
Oh.
And Travels More with Jason. It's about a pilot that gets lost on Christmas Eve in 1957 and get rescued. Okay. And Andrew, I like Firestar, but it seemed like an awkward love triangle with Iceman right there. Yeah, it was. I think it was illegal. I think they originally wanted to have the Human Torch from the Fantastic Four as a character, but there were legal reasons, since I think Jack Kirby owns the rights to the Fantastic Four. So they got away with showing Doctor Doom like once or twice on that cartoon, but they had to create Firestar character just for that cartoon, and that's kind of created that really weird love triangle. But it was really strange since Bobby Drake would sometimes date Green Goblin's niece, Mona Osborne, who would then go after Peter, and that would piss Firestar off.
Huh.
And Andrew travels and worth Jason. I will check it out. And the Monkey, any thoughts on the new Ferosa Mad Max prequel trailer? I barely watched that.
I thought it looked pretty good. The trailer looked good.
I haven't heard anything really good about it, aside from you, Monkeyboy. And Andrew, they also needed some ladies on the show. I don't need an all sausage cartoon. Yeah, I think that's probably why they brought in the X-Men, because in some episodes, which is with the X-Men, you had Storm and Kitty Pryde.
Mm-hmm.
Add Firestar into the mix, you got 3 chicks. Okay. Okay.
I wonder if we're going to get a Supergirl franchise now.
I don't know. The Monkey, Tim, would you want a George Lucas biopic? No, because I think Steven Spielberg did something like that recently, where he did a film all about himself, and I'm afraid it would turn it into another one of those. Andrew, that Wolverine had a crazy accent. Were they trying to make him Australian? Yeah, they didn't understand he's supposed to be Canadian. He wasn't supposed to be Australian. Okay, so now that we've moved on, the Monkey, would you still like to come on? I just wanted to get a few other things done before I started inviting more people on. Okay, read that. The Monkey, yes, the Weird Al biopic made me vomit. Yeah, I think that's something you're either going to like or you're going to hate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, thank you for coming, Andrew. Okay, the Monkey, I'm gonna private message you this on Instagram. Okay, the Monkey, it's on, I private messaged you the link, the StreamYard link on Instagram. So whenever you're ready. And Andrew says, I didn't see the Weird Al biopic, but did get the comic book about his songs. It was fun. And Andrew says, Monkeyboy's Toys regular Skeletor has boots, correct? The new Clawfoot look from 2000 feels wrong.
Yeah, yeah. The original Filmation cartoon, they gave him boots because it was easier to draw than clawed feet all the time. Obviously, the toy came first and had the sort of reptilian clawed feet. But the Filmation cartoon gave him boots, and the Skeletor that I use has boots, although you don't see them in the videos because I'm obviously holding him by his feet, but he has boots.
Okay, and Travels More Jason. I pick up a Bespin Han Solo 1980s version, which I'm going to do a custom with him and turn him into Luke and change the color as it's a beater figure. Beater figure, you mean like with the vest?
No, it just means the figure's not in great condition.
And Andrew says, I prefer boots. I guess he's talking about Skeletor.
Yeah, I prefer the boots as well. I'm looking forward to the new Origins Filmation cartoon collection that's coming out. I've pre-ordered most of them. In fact, I think I paid the last installment on my pre-order a couple of days ago, and I think they're due to be shipping in the UK, or the first wave is due to be shipping around January, I think. So looking forward to getting those. I think He-Man and Beast-Man are coming first, and then Teela, Skeletor, Trapjaw are coming after. I'm not sure when Man-at-Arms is coming out. I haven't been able to get him for some reason. The company that I ordered them from didn't have Man-at-Arms. Don't know why. If anyone can get a line on a Man-at-Arms.
Andrew says, I'm very ignorant of the He-Man stuff, so apologies for basic questions. No worries, right. Andrew.
No worries, man.
He says, I do like learning about new toys. He also says, well, I guess they are old toys, but new to me. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, and here comes the monkey. Oh, and hello, the monkey. Are you supposed to be Santa Claus, or are you one of his elves? Oh, and here comes the monkey. You're getting echo, so make sure to mute YouTube.
Hold on.
On your end.
Had to take care of the echo that was going on, but I may not be Santa, but I do love my ho ho hos. Speaking of that, I've been watching one of my favorites recently, and that is
Bad Santa.
Oh, Bad Santa.
Yeah.
Well, let me make you big.
But hey, well, that's not the first time I heard that this week. And did anyone catch his interview? He was really awesome on the interview with the collector.
No, didn't see it.
No, no, I didn't. But
No, your interview.
Oh, you mean on
oh, you mean with
Toy Collector?
Yeah, you were really good.
Thanks. It's my first time.
I didn't know you were into the Universal Monsters because look.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have an Ultra HD 4K setup, so I haven't gone to 4K aside from a few combo packs.
But I also really enjoyed the films like that too. And look, I even have.
Yeah, I've got that one too.
We need this on a 4K badly.
Yeah, it might be a while because I think the elements just aren't up to par for 4K.
And there, in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with preferring the those partner label titles, because I even have this.
What's that say? That is a haunted Turkish bathhouse.
Mm-hmm. And it's you were saying?
Yeah, that's some sort of Asian language.
Mm-hmm. It's from the Mondo Chuka cover line. The those really good ones. But so I have a question. Can you take me off the big screen for a second?
Okay. So let me exit that.
I have a question for the owner of Skeletor, and that is, would you be up to bringing Skeletor back for a Christmas song sing-along? Like maybe you could have him sing the I saw Skeletor kissing Evelyn.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Skeletor will be back, but I'm not sure. A musical number is within my remit.
Oh. It's okay. I just thought that since you show that Skeletor was starting to annoy Skeletor, that if Skeletor did an unexpected appearance and said he came up with a original song and sang it, Skeletor could have been like, "It's already been done, you boob." But
I'm not sure singing is really my bag, unfortunately. I do occasionally sing some stuff, but
it's okay. If I may ask, speaking of songs, do you know if they still sell the song or album of Baby It's Cold Outside where you live? Because in the United States they made it so you can't buy it anymore. So I'm just wondering if it's still available to purchase in the UK.
Don't know. No idea, man. Really don't know.
The cancel culture got it in the United Kingdom, in the United States. So
okay.
That just brings to thought what I'm wondering if films that cancel culture get their hands on in the United States, if they're still buyable in the United Kingdom and Germany and things like that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Sorry, man. I really don't know.
It's okay. The good thing is, if you happen to, oh wait, so since Skeletor hates Christmas music, does that mean you do too?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan at all.
Can I tell you a little secret about everybody in the United States?
Yeah.
Come the and Tim can back me up on this. Isn't it true that within 2 weeks of the Christmas songs being aired in every store and on the radio stations, we wish we were like you, where we don't like them either? Isn't that true, Tim?
Monkey, I don't know if you saw my message in the private chat, so you might want to check the private chat.
Who, me?
Yeah, because
okay.
I'm leaving the computer now.
Okay. Hopefully you're getting enough. Hopefully you're getting enough fiber. I can send you some cereal. Don't use X-Lax or prunes. Bad explosions.
Oh.
Fiber cereal is the way. No. Yeah, fiber cereal is the way to go. Not prunes or X-Lax. It's much better, and your ass doesn't feel like a runway when you're done. No matter if you're a politician or a Democrat, everyone has trouble in the bathroom. So what I said is completely relatable. And every country sells prunes.
Yeah.
But so have you had a cheese toasty recently?
I had one today, actually.
Oh, so I have
Funnily
a
enough.
question. I have a
Have
question
you been
for you.
watching me?
Do
Have
you?
you been watching me again?
No, I'm just wondering if you've watched. Do you ever watch Playtendo Guy?
No, not familiar with that.
Oh, that's okay. He used to be pretty great when he was when he would stream with oh, I forget his name. Pe some sometimes people change and a good normal show becomes like a fest where they just have people on that just talk obscenities just to one up each other. But they
Oh,
used to be pretty good together before. But I will say I've been around this YouTube landscape for so long. Heck, I was even a fan of uh who's that one I thought last time I thought when the retro girl, oh, so yeah, I was even a fan of watching Sophie even before she got to be in a relationship with the oh, that famous guy. I can't think of his name. Uh oh, he's a famous YouTuber from where you live. Uh
I don't.
Jason something. Um if I said his last name you probably know him, but I was a fan of her before she got with him, and then I didn't hear from her anymore. It's very sad, but been
Oh.
watching. I'm more comfortable with you guys from around the pond than anywhere else. I mean, the world just makes more sense where you live, and I always enjoyed my time there.
Well,
Oh,
I'm not sure it does, but yeah, I mean, I guess the grass is always greener, really. I'd rather not be in the UK, to be honest.
well, how about this? You all say it how it is more, and you don't lean towards sarcasm as an answer.
I think we're very sarcastic.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Well, then I guess
yeah,
it just depends on where you go in the UK.
yeah. Maybe, maybe. No, we're pretty sarcastic here. We have a very dry sense of humour.
Oh, that's what I meant. I
Yeah, and we.
prefer dry sense of humor versus the more animated United States sense of humor. Do you
Oh, okay.
do you do you understand now?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I would take like you've seen Bridget Jones' Diary, right?
Oh, a long time ago.
Well, I uh I I prefer her love interests per sense of humor more than Renee Zellweger's form of
Okay,
comedy. I
okay.
mean, I'm a fan of Faulty Towers, of the I've seen so much. Heck, one of the first comedies that had to do with the castle I watched was the Monty Python's Quest for the Holy Grail,
Oh, okay.
and um, you guys even created Daniel Craig for goodness sake. And I remember watching Mr. Bean, awesome. Wallace and Gromit, uh, Crocodile Dundee 1 and 2. Um,
Crocodile Dundee
I
is
even know.
Australian.
Oh, okay. Well, still, that's around. That's well, you're closer to Australia than I am. Ah.
Um, I. Oh, yes. Yeah, probably a bit.
Yeah. Oh, you're back. Tim, do you need me to send you some cereal? I can send you some fiber cereal. Cereal?
I already had some corn pops, so I'm good.
Okay. What I was saying that you didn't hear was, please do not try X-Lax or prunes. The fiber cereal works so much better. But I do have an interesting question for you both. And so my question is, if you had to pick one movie that you're going to watch on Christmas Day, and one present, no, one meal that you're looking forward to having on Christmas Day, which are you both looking forward to most to having?
Tim, have you got a film and a meal that you have in mind?
I don't know about films on a holiday, but I usually like to have turkey on Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, I would go with a traditional Christmas dinner. Yeah, probably turkey or maybe even chicken. Turkey is okay. It's a little bit dry. But a traditional Christmas dinner would be my pick. For Christmas. I mean, it's not my favorite meal.
Mine will probably surprise you, Tim. In honor of a certain thing, and you let Monkeyboy know where this is from. What I would have is bantha for the meal, with a tall glass of green milk, and eating certain green cookies that we see a little furry guy eating in The Mandalorian. Oops, I gave it away. Can you tell him about the green milk?
Do you mean blue milk?
I thought it was green that he drank in the Last Jedi.
Or what, from that big creature?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it was kind of greeny. Green.
Yeah. And
oh, action pop dad.
Yeah, that's right. Beastman.
Well,
Beastman does shit in the fridge.
What?
You've broken
Did I miss
Tim.
something?
It's in the chat.
Action Pop Dad was talking about Beastman shitting in the fridge, and it broke Tim.
Well.
Yeah, but instead of saying he shits in the fridge, he said she shits in the fridge. Okay, who's this you're talking about? I don't know who he's talking about now.
Well, if the bathroom is occupied and she's closest to it, I'd say, yeah, she might. Okay. Well, I'm kind of surprised that someone that talks about accidentally drinking piss from the fridge and finding a poo in the freezer doesn't like that joke. But well, oh, here's a good question for you all.
Hey,
since is there going to be a stream, Tim, on the week of Christmas?
I don't know yet.
Okay. So, I'm wondering if your potato lady friend is okay. She didn't make an appearance.
Yeah, I didn't invite as many people on today because the last week was getting a little bit crazy. We had so many people on the panel last week. Yeah,
I don't think I was.
Yeah,
I think I was there for it.
Yeah, I think you might have missed it. Yeah, Lester, you were getting just Lester, you were getting a little bit political at the end, and then I started yelling, and Action Pop Dad, I think, got his feelings hurt. So that's why I didn't invite as many people today, because I didn't want anybody getting their feelings hurt.
I agree. It's so easy for things to become for a nice calm chat to become a political debate, and you don't want your stream to get that reputation. You want it to be a relaxed stream, right? You don't want people to turn it
and
into
last week I had so many people on, it was not relaxed, and I was not having fun, and by the end it looked like Nick was really upset, so and
everyone
I kind of blamed him, but it really was not his fault. And every time somebody says something, then it just leads to somebody else saying something that is political, and then everybody gets upset. So I couldn't invite as many people on today as last week, because last week there was way too many people, and it got to where people were talking over each other. I was not having fun, and people were getting upset. So I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. It's completely understandable.
It's okay, man. It happens. But it's best to keep politics out of it, isn't it?
Yep. And always best to keep it chill. And I will say, do you know what is a great combination when you're watching this?
Go on.
When you're watching that, this is a really good combination.
Oh, dude, no.
I don't know what that was.
It was Vaseline, petroleum jelly.
Oh. Oh dear.
I didn't mean to offend you.
Yeah, but that movie is pretty R-rated, and you just made it go a little bit further than R-rated.
Yeah, but I didn't say nothing.
I know, but just showing something like that, it just implies something.
Yeah, well, I was being honest, but I kept the language appropriate. If you want, I won't show any I won't show that again. Yeah. The last thing I want to do is upset you, Tim. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, good thing I have my headphones on, and my mother is in the other room taking a nap. She would be having a fit. Oh man.
He was having beef this year for dinner.
Beef.
Yeah.
Beef.
I won't say nothing to that. Don't worry. Tim, are we good? I promise I won't show that stuff on camera again. That stuff.
Yeah.
I'll just stick to movies. Okay.
Yeah, let's just stick to movies, toys.
I will. So, do you forgive me now?
Yeah, you're forgiven.
Thank you.
And I'm sorry I interrupted you last week.
I wasn't here last week.
You weren't? I thought you came earlier in the thing.
Oh, yes.
And you left early.
Came on at the beginning.
Yeah, okay.
You were one of the first ones here after, but you left early.
And I would like to, can you please get a message to somebody for me that was on last week?
Who?
Well, the person asked where I got it from, the Steelbook. I had to get going when I was trying to say where I got it from, so I couldn't really get my brain to access that information. But I got that Steelbook from Best Buy. Snow White. Remember, I was asked before I left where I got the Steelbook from?
Yeah, I don't know who asked that. Jason, was that you or Andrew, Joe? It was somebody in the chat room.
So I think there should be a rule for your streams, and you let me both. You both let me know if you think it would be a good rule, and that is that maybe in the up top you should put in like letters saying like no political discussions allowed.
Yeah, well, I think it's a little bit difficult because we have people from the UK and then we have people from the US.
Oh,
so
okay.
It gets a little bit.
Andrew's saying about brining the turkey first, which is something that I'm not familiar with.
Oh, speaking of turkey, wine is a very good thing to put on it first when you put it on, like not to drink it, but to kind of baste it.
Okay.
Oh, here's a good question. Which do you prefer, Monkeyboy? Red wine, white wine, or green?
I've never had green wine, so I think I'd probably pick red. I think that's probably my drink of choice would be red.
How about you, Tim?
Well, I'm sorry, I was reading the chat room text. What were you saying?
What
red
kind
wine, white wine, or green wine?
I don't like wine.
Oh. Well,
it's just one of those things I can't acquire a taste for.
Well, guess what wine I hate the most?
Don't know. What do you hate?
Politician wine.
Oh, as in this other joke, would you like some cheese with that wine?
You know, that's a really good idea. You got me hungry. I gotta go get some cheese now. Thank you. Bye.
Or would you like some wine with that cheese? Okay, good night, Jason.
See you, Jason. Thanks, man.
Yeah, well, I'm glad your feelings weren't hurt, Nick, but you just looked a little bit too miserable by the end of the chill stream last week. So I just want everybody to have fun. I really was not having any fun last week.
Well, yeah, it got a little bit political, but I mean, these things happen, Tim. You can't worry about it. Let's just move on from it. You know, it's all good.
Travels and Worth Jason and hi Kim Jonick and Action Pop Dad. Hope you both had a good day. And Kim Jonick says the tatty got her hair done today. What does she mean, the tatty?
The tatty means potato, so I think Kim's saying she's got her hair done today.
And Andrew says, I need to stop looking at toys online. It is too easy to buy things online. Someone take my credit card away from me.
Yeah. I know that feeling, mate. I know that feeling.
Sometimes I have to tell my mom, okay, you might have to take my debit card away from me so I don't buy any more movies. Andrew says, Amazon has that 5-pack West Coast Avengers 6-inch set on sale. Mercifully, it has that terrible cardboard packaging which helps me not buy it.
Right, yeah.
And Travels and More with Jason, don't think it was me. Kim Jonick, red, white, or rose?
Still red. I quite like rosé. I mean, I like white wine as well. I like all wine, but I think red is my preferred.
Yeah, she says if she had wine, it would be rosé.
Yeah.
And Andrew, the brine is usually salt water with other flavoring, sugar, whiskey, peppercorns, what have you. You soak the meat in it, then you drain it. The salt helps the meat retain its moisture.
Okay.
And Kim Gonic, non-alcoholic, no Secco is good. And Lester San Jose, the skeptic, take Kim Gonic red wine for me. And Andrew, I like the UK term winging in lieu of wine. Sorry about whinging in lieu of wine. Sorry about spelling. Yeah, some of these British terms I just do not get. Like what I learned.
We say whinging, which means kind of complaining and stuff.
Yeah, well, one I learned from Stan Solo, Chris Smith, he says taking the piss, and I've had to tell British people I know taking a piss and getting pissed off, but I don't understand what you guys mean by taking the piss.
Taking the piss, it means like breaking someone's balls, like taking the mickey out of them, making fun of them.
Okay. And Kim Gonic, things just took a turn, but we sorted it. Yes.
Yes, Kim, indeed.
And she says, kin or whinge, is that? Okay.
Whinge. That's how you spell whinge.
Okay, and Soda Cauldron, late to the stream, folks. Evening all.
Hey,
it's
Soda.
Okay. It looks like it's going to rain.
Tim, while we've got Andrew and Soda and possibly Gerard and one or two others on the stream, I just want to make an announcement. There's going to be no videos this weekend from me. There's not going to be a Skeletor video or a Monkeyboy's Toys video this weekend. I'm afraid I just didn't feel well enough to write scripts this week for Skeletor and to prepare anything for my channel. So, guys, there won't be any videos from me this weekend, I'm afraid. I still have everyone's questions for Skeletor, and I'll be doing those next week. But yeah, sorry, there won't be anything this week. If you'd like to go onto the channels and watch any videos that you haven't already seen, that would be great. But I'll be putting out an announcement on the community tab probably tomorrow, just saying that I'm not going to be able to do any videos this weekend. I just wasn't feeling well enough, and I don't like leaving it until the last minute. So I'm gonna call them off this weekend, and normal service will resume next weekend. Thanks, guys.
Okay, I hope you'll be all right, Monkeyboy.
Yeah, I'm okay. I just didn't feel well enough to start the scripts today, and they normally take me a couple of days to do. And I'm going to be busy tomorrow, and I'm not going to be able to give it my full attention. And I don't want to rush the episode out, and and I want to try and do the best I can. So yeah, for this weekend, guys, I'd appreciate it if you just maybe went back and watched some of the old videos again, and then we'll resume next week.
Yeah, Andrew says, no worries, you deserve a week off. And he says you work super hard. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Andrew. No, that's kind. Thanks, Jason. Yeah. It just got a bit too much this week, and I haven't really been feeling well. So I normally start the scripts on a Tuesday because most of the questions come in on a Monday and a Tuesday. On a Sunday and a Monday. So I normally start the scripts on a Tuesday, and then I carry on sort of Wednesday, Thursday when more questions come in. But I like to have the scripts done by Thursday so that I can film on a Friday. But it's just not going to happen this week, I'm afraid. I've got too much to do tomorrow to give it my full attention. So, but it's only the second. It's only the second week that I will have missed in the whole time that both channels have been going. I've only ever missed 1 week before, and that was for personal reasons. There was a bereavement, and I had to miss a few weeks ago. But yeah, it looks like this weekend isn't going to happen. I'm afraid. Oh, okay, Soda. Yeah, Soda's saying he hasn't asked his questions yet, so he's got a few days more. Yeah. Thank you, man. Yeah, I appreciate the kind words, guys. Thank you. I do try and do my best, and I do try and get one out every week if I can. But this week I just wasn't feeling up to it. Okay, thanks, Andrew. Cheers, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and Soda Cauldron, I think I might have asked you this during my my Halloween party live stream, chill stream. Yeah, what type? You're called Soda Cauldron, but what type of soda do you like to drink?
Well, I mean, Soda Cauldron only recently got introduced to Dr. Pepper, if you remember.
Yeah. And I have a Dr. Pepper. Huh? Yeah, and I've got a Dr.
Pretty
Pepper.
cool that we were able to introduce him to that.
Yeah, I've got a Dr. Pepper t-shirt in my room I still haven't worn, but I want to shower and get my hair washed before I put that shirt on again.
Okay.
Because I tried that shirt on once in the store before buying it.
Just go back one question, if you would.
Which one was it?
Just the one before.
This one?
Oh, yes. Sorry. Yeah. No, I had read that one. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Cheers, Andrew. Thank you. I appreciate it, buddy.
And then Andrew, you can always skip my questions if it is too much. And
no, I wouldn't dream of it, Andrew. So far, to the best of my knowledge, I haven't missed anyone's question ever. There's been a couple of weeks where I haven't received the comment. For some reason it hasn't come through, and I've caught up with it the next week. And there have been one or two occasions where I've forgotten to take a screenshot of the question and I've missed it. And I've had to catch up with it the following week. But to my knowledge, I've never missed anyone's question yet. So no, Andrew, I wouldn't dream of skipping your questions. Not at all.
Splendid.
Kim Gonick says you could try the Scottish term "pick your wind day, Jimmy. You're leaving," which means if you don't leave your pick your window, because I'm chucking you through it. Ooh. That sounds very intense, Kim. And
Bimble.
Kim Gonick, huh?
Bimble. I don't know what bimble means.
Yeah, Andrew says that Kim Gonick, my Scottish friend, introduced me to the term bimble, which I quite like. Also sent us a Winnie the Pooh book translated into Scottish slang. I wonder if that's like maybe Scottish, if that would be something like jive talk.
Scottish slang is very interesting, actually. There's some very good terms.
And Kim Gonick, that's awesome. Andrew, I just don't want you to burn out.
Yeah, thanks, Andrew. Yeah, I mean, it's some weeks are quite a challenge, to be honest, depending on how many questions I get. Sometimes it can get a bit overwhelming. And I do like to try and answer the questions as best I can. I don't really want to fob people off with very short answers if I can avoid it. I mean, my general rule is if someone asks me one question, I try to give quite a long answer. If someone asks me, back in the day when people were asking me 5 or 6 questions, I obviously can't devote as much time to those because it just means the episode gets so long. And also, I don't want some viewers to feel that others are monopolizing the content. But I try to be fair to everyone, and I try to answer the questions as best I can. And I try to make them accurate as well, even if they're silly. I do try to make the answers as accurate as I can, but it really depends what I'm asked. Sometimes I need to do research for the questions because they'll there'll maybe be a Motu question or something that I need to research, because I don't want to make stuff up if someone's asking me a genuine question. But I also like the absurd questions. I mean, the stupider the questions are, the better for me, because it does half the work for me, you know. And if someone asks me how long it takes to paint half a leopard, it's, you know, it's amusing in and of itself. But no, I'm always happy to receive all of the contributions from everyone, and I'm very humbled and pleased that people like yourselves write in so regularly. It's really very good. I had no idea when I started the channel that it would run this long. I really only started the Skeletor channel as a kind of in joke for my channel, so that if people were to check Skeletor's channel out, there would be some content on there. But actually, it's run and run and run, and I've been doing it for over a year now. So I really didn't expect that at all. So thanks to you guys for all your input. It's really appreciated. Oh, and Kim says Bimble is to take a walk.
Yeah, and she's explaining a few things. She says, fit means what? And then let's see what else she says. How means why.
Oh, what?
Yeah, she says Bimble to take a walk, and then she says fit means what?
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then she says how means why.
Yeah, I can sort of get that. That sort of makes some kind of strange sense, but I didn't know that fit meant what.
Yeah, it travels more with Jason. I noticed that they seem to censor stuff.
Yeah, I mean, some people send me questions and they get deleted. This is why you guys might be familiar with the name Lord Malvada. He writes in every week, but he doesn't send me questions on YouTube anymore, because for some reason, his comments get deleted and we don't know why. So he contacts me on Twitter every week. We did have a bit of a laugh the other week, because he was saying something about, you know, that people might think he's not real, and that people perhaps think that I'm making those questions up, and that I am Lord Malvada, but I'm not. It's genuinely a separate individual, and he contacts me on Twitter every week, and sends the questions on there, because we just got sick of his comments getting deleted. So you guys are always welcome to reach out to me on Twitter and send me anything on there. Send me some pictures if you want. If you do some drawings and you want me to put them on the show, I've got a drawing from Nick Action Pop Dad that I will be showing on the next episode, which I'm very, very much looking forward to. And Kat has sent me a picture before, or has sent Skeletor a picture. So I'm happy to put viewers' artwork on the show. If you want to scribble me something insane, take a picture of it and send it to me on Twitter, I'll be more than happy to show that on the show.
Yeah, and Kim Gonick says Ken means no.
Yeah, yeah.
As in I know that, not
Yeah.
the other type of no, as in the opposite of yes.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Andrew says Monkeyboy's toys. In the future, I will aim for dumber questions.
You can ask what you like, Andrew. Honestly, I really don't mind. Your input is great. I love getting the questions from you every week, so it's not a problem. I mean, you can literally ask anything you like. If it's a sensible question, a genuine question, then Skeletor will do his best to answer and give you an accurate answer. If it's something stupid, obviously you'll get a ridiculous answer. Or if you just want to have a go at him, if you just want to take the piss out of him or be mean to him, that's not a problem either. I mean, I know Gerard often says things to Skeletor that are, you know, taking the piss out of him, and that's absolutely fine. I welcome all that input. It's not a problem. In fact, I wish people would have a go at Skeletor more, because if someone has a pop at Skeletor, it means he can have a pop back again. But I don't like to be mean to anyone unless they've been, or should I say, Skeletor doesn't. I don't like him to be mean to anyone unless they've been mean first, because people might not like that. Some people might want to ask questions and they don't want Skeletor to have a go at them. So I try to be. I try to do like for like, but I do encourage people to write in and have a go at him. He's a little bastard. He deserves it.
Yeah, he is. And let's see, Kim Gonick. Skinny Malinky long legs, a tall, skinny Malinky long legs, a tall, skinny person.
Oh, okay.
And Gerard O'Connor says, such a fun highlight of the week. Viva la Skeletalk.
Thanks, Gerard. And I'm sorry again about this weekend. I'm just not able to do it. I couldn't do it.
Andrew, my HasLab Hiss tank just showed up.
Nice.
It is too large. Yikes.
Yeah, it's a big one.
And Soda Cauldron says, full fat Coca-Cola would be a sugary substance of choice, but I'm partial to the much forgotten 7-Up, or the substance sold locally called Cloudy Limeade. 'Tis the greenish color like Mountain Dew.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
And reading movies. Reading Irvine Welsh's book Train Spotting taught me a lot of Scottish slang.
Yeah.
And Kim Gonick, but if you say fit like it's Doric for hello, how are you?
It's crazy, isn't it?
And Action Pop Dad says, my first question vanished this week.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that, Nick. I obviously received your picture because you sent that to me privately, but I didn't see a question from you this week. Sorry about that, man. You can always send it to me privately if necessary.
And Travels and More Jason says, oh, pictures.
Yeah, Nick did a fantastic picture. I think it was yesterday, and sent me, and he did it so quickly. It was unbelievable. But it's really good. I really like it. I love Nick's artwork. It's quite, I don't know how to describe it really. It's not disturbing. It's not demented, but it's somewhere in that ballpark. It's very frantic stuff, and I really like the look of it. It's got a great sort of feel to it. He sent me a picture that he drew of Ren from Ren and Stimpy, and it was absolutely brilliant. I love it.
Yeah, well, happy, joy, happy, joy, happy, joy.
Yeah. Oh, Soda
Yes.
says, have a wee donation for you, Monkeyboy. Do you have a PO box? I don't have a PO box, Soda. I mean, it's very kind if you want to send something. I mean, I never would ask for anything from anybody. It's really not necessary to send anything, but I recognize that sometimes people do want to send something into the channel, so that's very kind. All I can suggest is if you're on Twitter, if you find me on Twitter, you can contact me there, and I can discuss something with you privately. But honestly, mate, you really don't have to send anything. I'm very touched and humbled when people send stuff to the channel. It's not something I ever expected would happen, and it's very kind. So yeah, you can find me on Facebook, Dave Monkeyboy. You can find me on there. My avatar is a picture of Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th. So you can find me there, or you can find me on Twitter at Monkeyboy's Toys. And you're more than welcome to contact me on there if you'd like to. But as I say, you don't need to. That's that's very kind. Thanks, man.
Travels more, Jason. Andrew. It is big. I saw it at Comic-Con. I think he's talking about the Hiss tank.
Yeah, that Hiss tank is a monster.
And Andrew, I could never have a go at Skeletor. He is my little blue plastic buddy. He is free to sass me as much as he likes. I have a hard skin.
Well, I'll try and bear that in mind. But the thing is your questions are always, very reasonable. There's nothing really for Skeletor to have a go at you about. I mean, if you ask me a stupid question, then maybe Skeletor can say, well, that's a stupid question, and he can give you some sass. But quite honestly, you haven't given me any reason to do that. And as I say, I don't like to be mean to people for no reason, because some people might not appreciate that. So I tend to only be mean to Gerard.
And Travels and more, Jason, in bed now listening to you all.
Oh, and, don't fall asleep to the sound of my voice, Jason. You don't want that.
Andrew, they packed this thing in a box, in another box, in another box, plenty of boxes.
Excellent. That's what I like to hear.
And Action Pop Dad Nick says, tell Skeletor from me, he looks like a cross between a Smurf and Kate Moss after a snowy weekend.
He's much too buff to be Kate Moss. Come on.
And
but, I imagine, yeah, he probably has had a snowy weekend or two.
And Soda Cauldron says Skinny Malinky Longlegs also has big banana feet. He went to the pictures and couldn't find a seat. When the picture started, Skinny Malinky farted. Skinny Malinky Longlegs, big banana feet.
Excellent.
Yeah, Andrew saying, Monkeyboy's Toys, are you on Blue Sky? My account on Twitter was banned 1 year ago. I would also send you and Skeletor a little something from USA.
I'm sorry. Now I don't even know what Blue Sky is. I've never heard of that before. I'm sorry. Now I'm just on YouTube and Twitter.
And he's on Facebook.
You can find me on Facebook. If you look for Dave Monkeyboy and look for the image of Jason Voorhees, the hockey mask from Friday the 13th, that's me. You can reach out to me on there if you like. I'll be more than happy to hear from you on there. If your Facebook name is different, just obviously tell me who you are, so that when I get the message, I know that it's you. But honestly, guys, you really don't need to send anything, and it's very expensive to send stuff from the States. But it's very kind of you. I'll be more than happy to hear from you on Facebook. But I don't do any other social media apart from Twitter, I'm afraid.
And Travels and more, Jason, that must be a nightmare, laughing out loud. And Soda Cauldron, I call him a few names like the Blue Egypt or the Big Blue Balloon, and I do like bringing up the pink apron that he doesn't own or wear.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have a pink apron.
And Gerard O'Connor, I would have it no other way. Kim Gonick, I thought Skeletor was purple, not blue.
No, Kim, he's blue. He's got purple armor. And he definitely doesn't have a pink apron.
Kim Gonick, you need to read the kids' books, The Wonky Donkey, and I Need a New Bum.
Oh, I've read The Wonky Donkey. That's brilliant.
And Andrew says, I'm not on Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you then, Andrew, I'm afraid.
He says, I have WhatsApp.
Oh yeah, I'm on WhatsApp, but I don't know how that would work. I don't really know how WhatsApp works. I do have WhatsApp. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't know that. I mean, somebody just suggested it one day, but they were obviously not in their right mind when they did so, Gerard. That's done well, actually, Gerard. That I bet you didn't think that when you made that throwaway comment about the pink apron that it would actually become quite a major part of Skeletor's storyline. And yeah, I actually had a pink apron made for him, a custom pink apron made for him. So yeah, and that's all your fault, Gerard. You've only yourself to blame.
Yeah. Andrew says I'm surrounded by junk. Better to entrap someone else with it.
Oh.
And then Kim says, it's the armor is why I thought he was purple.
Yeah, no, he's blue. He's blue because his mother was blue.
And travels and more. Yeah, travels and more with Jason Wright. I am off. See you all later. Be good.
Cheers, Jason. Thanks, man.
Andrew, I'm going to have to watch a video on how to open this box without destroying it.
Be careful. Be careful with it.
And then he says, my toys sometimes make me feel dumb. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know I don't know really what the psychology behind toy collecting is. I don't know if it's because we haven't grown up and we're still a child at heart, or if it's just the nostalgic draw of having these toys again. I mean, for myself, I collect old toys, you know, from the 80s that I had as a child, but I also collect modern toys as well. So the modern stuff that I buy, I haven't got the excuse of saying, oh, well, it's nostalgia, because obviously I don't have nostalgia for Black Series figures or stuff like that. So it's an interesting one, isn't it? I mean, I think I just never grew up. And possibly also with the newer toys is I see them and I think, man, I would have loved that when I was a kid. And because I can choose to buy that now, you know, I collect modern stuff as well because it would have impressed me so much as a child. I mean, if I'd have seen a Black Series figure when I was, you know, 8 years old, I'd have shit the bed. Hello, Ewok. I've got an Ewok with me now. Hello.
Here, kitty.
Hello, Ewok.
Kitty. Kitty.
That's not helping. That's not helping, Tim.
Here, Ewok. Here, Ewok. Putty tat. Here, kitty. Oh, I thought that was like a toy skyscraper next to her at first.
No, that's just lots of books and DVD.
She's got like the black patches on her.
Ewok. Whenever I point the phone at her, she always looks the other way. I think she knows that it's a camera because she never looks at it. She's a
and Lester says, for me, each figure represents a story, or their stories tell me something about the human condition.
Okay, yeah.
What do you mean by the human condition, Lester? I don't understand what you mean.
Condition.
And Andrew, I get a little buzz when buying, getting, or opening a toy I've been programmed to buy. And Kim Gonick says, Cat is like, fuck off. Yeah, well, she had her butt to the camera.
Oh, she's right. She's looking. Now that I've taken the camera away, she's looking at me again. But whenever I try and take a picture of her, she always looks the other way. I've only managed to get about half a dozen pictures of her in her entire life, because she seems to have this sixth sense about it. Whenever I point the camera at her, she turns away. Don't you, little thing?
And Andrew says, I tried to just imagine buying a toy now, but it isn't quite the same. Yeah, it's not the same as when you were a kid. So when I was a kid, it was usually I was with my grandma buying me a couple of action figures at the shopping mall or Toys R Us, and then we'd always have lunch in between. Now she wants your vape.
She does. What's this?
Yeah, Kim Gonick says humans are shit, animals all the way. And Lester says things humanity wrestles with for all of time. That's what he means by human condition. The human condition.
Yeah. Yeah, we all suffer from that, don't we? Don't chew that. You'll die.
Oh no, she's chewing on stuff now?
She was, I think, well, it looked like she might start to chew the power lead for my
oh no.
My phone. Don't chew that, Ewok. You'll die. She's funny. I'm surprised you don't have any pets, Tim.
We used to have cats, but they all died. And my mom said, okay, I don't want any more cats.
Oh.
Sometimes I see the new neighbor's cats. And
yeah,
Gerardo, huh?
They make good companions. They make quite good companions. They're not quite as loyal as dogs, obviously, but yeah, I like cats. I like that they're independent and they're not too needy.
Yeah, and Gerard O'Connor says, I feel money is a necessary evil, so when I get to use it so as to attain something that puts a smile on my face, I'm all in, and so I'm now a collector.
Yeah, yeah.
And Kim Gonick says, on that note, good night, nerds.
Thanks, Kim.
And,
thanks for stopping by.
Gerard O'Connor says, good night, stay well, Kay, meaning Kim. And Soda Cauldron, nostalgia is a powerful coping mechanism in times of stress, hence the collecting boom during COVID. But yeah, for modern stuff, I think it has a different driver. Answers in a postcard, please. And Lester says, night at Kim Gonick. And then Phil, too cool art music. As an artist myself, for me, toys are pieces of art that I like to admire.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I think that's a good point, Phil. Yeah, I mean, I do like some of these modern action figures with the sculpting and stuff. I mean, I appreciate obviously stuff from the 80s and whatnot as well, but some of this modern stuff is actually done very, very well, and the detail and the sculpts on some of these modern figures are very nice indeed. And I do like to sort of look at them and admire them. So yeah, that's a very good point.
Soda Cauldron says, good shout, Phil. They are mini sculptures.
Mm-hmm.
So have you recorded your interview with the Universal Toy Collector yet?
No, I'll be doing that in the new year, I think.
Okay.
He has asked me to do it, but he said he had quite a lot of you know, a backlog of people he was doing, but he has asked me if I'll be on there next year. So
yeah,
I look
he
forward
finally
to doing
got
that.
around to me.
Yeah, I look forward to that. It's a good
Yeah,
series, that.
yeah. So is there any toy you're wanting to collect?
Well, in about 9 or 10 days time, I will be getting quite a few figures from an 80s toy line, which I won't spoil at the moment. So that will be on the channel in 2 or 3 weeks, hopefully. I'm getting another toy line from the 80s. Not the whole line, but just the core characters from a toy line that I missed out on in the 80s. And aside from that, what I'm really looking forward to is these Origins cartoon collection figures, because I think they look really good. And I'm very much looking forward to receiving those. I put a pre-order in as soon as I could.
So what
For the
is this
5
toy
figures.
line? What are these figures that you
When?
mentioned?
When?
Just a few minutes ago after.
No. What are you asking? What are they, or when are they?
Well, you mentioned one that you weren't going to spoil, but then you mentioned another one. I got distracted by Gerard mentioning 6-inch mask figures would
Oh,
actually have
okay.
these.
Yeah. No, the toy line that I've pre-ordered is the Masters of the Universe Origins cartoon collection. So they're Origin style figures. I guess they've got the 16 points of articulation or whatever. So they're modern figures, but they've been styled after the Filmation cartoon. So I'm very much looking forward to getting those. And I will probably continue to get those. I've kind of stopped getting Origins now because most of the characters, or I've got most of the characters that I remember from being a child, with the exception of Moss Man, who is difficult to get. But the rest of the Origins figures I've got, I'm kind of done with that line now. I mean, if they bring out a Shadow Weaver, I'll get that, because I'd like her. And there are maybe 1 or 2 other figures that I would get, but generally speaking, I stopped a while back. I didn't get any of the Sunman characters because I had no connection to them. I don't remember them from being a child. So I never got any of those. And I think the Origins line is starting to wear a bit thin now. And if they're going to change the distribution model so that you can only get them from in certain outlets, or they're doing these exclusives, it makes it a bit difficult to get hold of them in the UK. So, and I'm not interested in paying scalper prices for something and then having it shipped over from the States. It's just not worth it.
Yeah, and I know Michael French of Retro Blasting. I think he's gotten pretty burnt out on the Motu Origins line. I think the last one he got was a Target exclusive. It was like a Skeletor Origins where it had Skeletor, I think, as Keldor.
Oh yeah, that was some time ago. That was the Rise of Evil 2-pack with Trapjaw and Keldor. Yeah, and I remember he was not happy with that one.
Yeah.
I didn't get that actually because I thought the Trapjaw figure looked a bit shit, so I didn't bother with that 2-pack. But I've got most of the other Origin stuff, but didn't get that one, and I haven't got the Skeleton Warriors twin pack, and I don't have any of the Snake Men, again because I have no connection with those. I was just getting the Masters of the Universe original kind of characters and the Horde, the evil Horde. Andrew's saying, you ain't kidding, Monkeyboy. MSRP for Mossman is north of $65. Yeah.
Yeah, MSRP means marked standard retail price.
Is it, or is it manufactured standard retail price? I don't know.
It's either manufactured or marked standard retail.
Okay. Yeah.
Price.
Yeah, he is expensive. I would like Mossman, but I'm not really. I'm not up for spending that kind of money on him.
Yeah, Andrew says, looks like cheaper on eBay, could be counterfeit, but a 50-50 chance it is stamped off the same machines.
Right.
So it's been 2 hours now, and I know you said you could do 2 hours. Is anything else you'd like to talk about before we end?
No, I don't think so. I think we've covered quite a lot of ground this evening. Thank you so much, Tim. Thanks for everyone that's joined us as well. That's very kind. As I say, if you guys want to reach out to me on Twitter or Facebook, you're more than welcome to do that. But that's all I can offer, I'm afraid.
Yeah, and I want to end this with the music I started with.
Oh, there it is.
And Andrew says, 20 years ago, I read in Wall Street Journal how some shoemakers had to leave China as they would use the same machines to stamp out fakes. And he says, thanks to you folks, you make it happen. And Andrew, we appreciate your time and energy. You make the community happen.
Oh, thank you, man.
And Gerard O'Connor says, thanks, everyone. Stay awesome. Soda Cauldron, pip, pip, folks. Stay chilled.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, thanks to everyone that's been in the chat this evening. Again, I won't try and read everyone's name out because I'll miss somebody and that wouldn't be fair. But thank you all for stopping by. That's very kind. Thanks for your input and your comments. It's been great.
Yeah, it's been a chill stream where we're both chilling.
You look rather aggressively chilled.
Yeah. Well, it's just the rainy weather. It's gonna rain outside, so maybe that's why I just feel tired or something. Joe Dubecki says, good night all. And Andrew, hope things turn around for you, Monkeyboy.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I'll get there. I think I just need a week off.
Gerard O'Connor says, time well spent. And
thanks, Gerard.
Andrew, enjoy all the soft friends you show on your stream, Monkeyboy.
Yeah, I've got my newest soft friend here is
Gerard O'Connor, in our thoughts, Monkeyboy.
Thanks, Gerard.
And you are doing good rescuing them from thrift shops, says Andrew.
I got this guy the other day. I think I'm going to call him Robert. This will be Robert Monkey. I feel like I should have a pipe and a smoking jacket.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a vape.
Andrew at Gerard O'Connor. Gerard O'Connor makes this the place to be.
Yeah, I quite like that music. It's quite chilled, isn't it? You're welcome.
Gerard O'Connor says that music is perfect. Well,
Yeah,
Soda
you should
Cauldron.
use that again, Tim. It's a good one, that.
And Soda Cauldron says, am hearing the lyrics, the 1, the 2, the 3, and the 4. And Andrew says, now who is going to help me open this box and put this toy together?
Leave it in the box. Leave it in the box.
And he says it is good music. Okay, got it out of the box, it sounds like. There's another box inside this one. Oh, no!
That's good. That is good. It's better to have too many boxes than not enough.
4 boxes down. How many more? Soda Cauldron, Defo, play that one again. That tune is a keeper.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good one. Cool. So what are your plans for the rest of the day, Tim? What are you up to now?
Not a whole lot. Trash hats to go out today to be picked up tomorrow, and I'm not looking forward to that since it's gonna rain. And with that, turn the music off.
Are we all caught up, Tim?
Yeah, I think. Well, wait a minute. There's one more. Yeah. Soda Cauldron says, Death, play that one again. That tune is a keeper. And then Andrew says, Ron Rudat signed one of the figure boxes. And
oh, cool.
Andrew, I just wish it wasn't the cardboard packaging.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's been over 2 hours, so thanks for coming by, everyone, and
thanks, everyone. Appreciate it.
Andrew says, bring back Windows.
I think they are. They have done. I think.
Yeah.
I think that whole plastic-free packaging lasted about 10 minutes, and they've decided to go back to how it was. So happy days. Happy days for sort of on-card collectors like me, anyway.
Yeah. Well, bye, everybody. We're ending now.
See you, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks so much. See you soon. Bye.
And end the stream now.